Hello and welcome to the Morningstar Journal News Weekly Roundup. I am your host, Caleb Havanka, and today we're going to discuss the top 5 news articles of the week. Let's begin. Number 5. Russian flagship sunk by Ukrainian missiles. According to the New York Post, a senior U.S. defense official confirmed on Friday the Ukrainian missiles sank the Russian Black Sea flagship Moskva. According to the Pentagon, the ship's primary mission was air defense, though the Moskva was also equipped with anti-ship missiles. The loss of the Black Sea flagship removes a key military asset from Russia's arsenal. Moscow said the Moskva's crew was evacuated before the ship sank. That's good. I think Russia has been seriously underestimating Ukraine's military capability. Even at the start of the war, when Russian forces tried to take Kiev, the Ukrainians pushed back the Russians so far that the Russians had to go on the defensive. And just a couple weeks ago, the Ukrainians allegedly blew up a fuel depot in Russia. So I think, I really don't think this war is going at all the way Putin thought it would go and how he planned it out. But I just pray and hope that because of these military upsets that have been happening against Russia, that nuclear weapons continue to stay off the table. Number 4. Florida Senate passes law terminating Disney's special status. The Florida Senate approved a bill Wednesday that dissolves special self-governing status given to Disney over 50 years ago. The Reedy Creek Improvement District is a measure that allowed the company to act with the same authority and responsibility as a county government. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said, quote, "What I would say as a matter of first principle is I don't support special privileges in law just because a company is powerful, and they've been able to wield a lot of power," end quote. This, I believe, is really good news. I think this will hold Disney accountable and humble them actually a little bit. DeSantis is right. They shouldn't have special privileges in law just because they are a big and powerful company. That's not fair at all. Disney too is straight up indoctrinating children with evil ideologies, evil woke ideologies. So for them to have self-governing power is actually pretty dangerous. So I think DeSantis did the right thing here. Number 3. Federal judge ruled against Biden's airplane mask mandate. A federal judge ruled on Monday nixing Biden's mask mandate on federal airplanes in a setback to the administration's COVID-19 agenda. The Center for Disease Control crafted the mandate in January 2021, and Biden ordered the Federal Aviation Administration to implement it. Almost 24 states filed a lawsuit raising several statutory and constitutional objections to the mask mandate. Judge Catherine Mizell said in her ruling, quote, "Because our system does not permit agencies to act unlawfully even in pursuit of desirable ends, the court declares it unlawful and vacates the mask mandate," end quote. It's about time. The stupidity of this mandate is truly beyond words. You have 40 to 100 people on an airplane, no social distancing, everyone's breathing in the same air. You can take your mask off when you eat and you drink, but then you have to put it right back on after you're done. It makes no sense whatsoever. And you really, throughout this whole pandemic, you've been seeing that these mandates have not been about your health or your safety. It's been about fear and control. It's been about politicians trying to put fear in you so that they can control you. But thank Jesus that this ridiculous mandate has finally ended. Number 2. Oklahoma will now prosecute doctors who perform abortions. This is my favorite one. On Tuesday, Oklahoma's Republican Governor Kevin Stitt signed Bill SB 612 into law that bans abortions in nearly all cases except when the life of the mother is at risk. The bill states that any individual convicted for carrying out or attempting to carry out an abortion would face up to 10 years in prison and up to $100,000 fine. Stitt said in a tweet, quote, "I intend to make Oklahoma the most pro-life state in the country," end quote. Well, Governor Stitt, you just did that. You, by far, made Oklahoma the most pro-life state in the country. And in last week's News Roundup, I actually covered this bill, but it wasn't signed into law yet, but now it is. So this is amazing news. Oklahoma, their government, I believe, is the first state since Roe v. Wade to actually do its job, which is to protect life. That's the primary job of the government. And so if we want to see abortion end in this country on a grand scale, which every Christian and every moral person should want to see that, then we need to make abortion illegal. Murder is illegal. Abortion is murder. Therefore, abortion should be illegal. It's that simple. Number 1, California advances perinatal abortion bill. California lawmakers advanced AB 2223 bill that would not hold people liable for civil or criminal penalties based on their actions or omissions with respect to a perinatal death. Perinatal is not defined in the bill, but according to legislative analysis, it usually includes up to 7 days after birth. Anti-abortion advocates claim that the bill would let people kill children in the first 7 days after birth and face no consequences whatsoever. According to California code, a perinatal is defined as, quote, the period from the establishment of pregnancy to 1 month following delivery, end quote. So if lawmakers in California are going based on the California definition of perinatal, then it is actually a month after birth and not just 7 days. I mean, I don't know how anyone can see that this is okay. But this is typical politics. I mean, this is politics at its finest, when politicians push agendas and they create laws where it's very unclear, very open, so that they can manipulate and they can have loopholes in it so they can, do whatever they want. And essentially this law will give evil people loopholes to kill babies outside the womb after birth, which, that's exactly what the devil, who is controlling these evil politicians, want. So we as Christians, we need to continue to speak out against abortion, continue to speak out against this evil until it is completely illegal in this country, just like it is in Oklahoma. Well, that's my 2 cents of the news. That'll end this week's News Roundup. I hope you all enjoyed. If you wish to stay informed on current events, you can check out and visit our website at morningstarjournal.com. You can follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Getter, and Telegram at Morningstar Journal News. You can subscribe to our YouTube and Rumble page at Morningstar Journal News. Thank you again for watching, and stay tuned for next week's News Roundup.